adjust this, or my chair. Hey everyone, how are you doing? This is it. This is my last stream before I do my big 24-hour fundraising marathon for Extra Life. It's next weekend. It is November 8th and 9th, starting at 12:30 Eastern, 12:30 p.m. I will be streaming for 24 hours in support of the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children and the Sick Kids Foundation. Please visit my fundraising page, make a donation. It's tax deductible. 100% of it goes to sick kids. It is a very good cause, and I would appreciate it a lot. I would also ask that you join me next weekend. I'm going to be gaming for 24 hours on stream. This will be my 9th year doing it. It's a very good time. I really appreciate when people come out, cheer me on in the chat, keep me company in the late hours of the evening. I cannot tell you how much that means to me. It is very difficult to stay up for 24 hours playing video games at my age, but I'm going to manage to do it, and it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. We're going to be playing Commander Keen and a bunch of other old and weird stuff. So please come by. It'll be a good time. Tonight, playing more Elite, doing some casual exploration of space, uncharted realms of the galaxy. We're just going to get going. We are at my fleet carrier, the Venerable Jorge, in the Norma Expanse. Let me see if I can bring up the map for you. Oh, there we go. Can I interact with this map? I want to interact with this map. Perfect. So here's the galaxy. It's kind of heat mapped as to how much of it has been explored. Black, less explored. Blue, a little more explored. Moving up to green, then yellow, then red. You know how it works. It's a heat map. You can see little bits where people have explored. There's all sorts of fun bits where people have created art. All sorts of good stuff in here. But we've positioned the fleet carrier, which is kind of like a mobile space station that you can move around. I'm just going to mark all the carriers on the map. So these are all the fleet carriers in the game. These are player owned. You can dock at them, you can get resupplied, you can turn in your exploration data. And we have set ourselves up in what's called the Norma Expanse. Where am I? Where am I? Which one is me? There we are. This one here is us. Been exploring this little bubble around it. But we're basically the middle of nowhere. People can dock where we are, get repaired, resupplied. It's really hard when you're out here away from civilization, so having fleet carriers around is good. Just go back to the game now. Perfect. And we're going to get going. So I'm going to show you on the galaxy map how I'm doing this. And all these little bookmarked systems, these yellow or orangey tags, are systems that I have not explored. What I do is I chart a course to it. I go down and I find it, and I say, remove that bookmark, so I won't visit it again. And we visit it. So we are flying a Cobra Mark V. Oh, we're losing the signal. Hang on. Once we get up. There we go. So I'm just going to lift off, raise our landing gear, and then I will show off my ship. So here is my Cobra Mark V. It's a little ship. It can land pretty much anywhere where you're leaving the Venerable Jorge behind. There I am in there. And it doesn't quite have the jump range of my Mandalay, which is sort of a dedicated exploration ship. But I like that it's small, it can land pretty much anywhere, and it has almost the jump range of my Mandalay, so it's not so big a deal. It's also extremely fast for zipping around within systems. So we are going to a system that I have never visited before. Probably no one else has ever visited before. We are out basically in the middle of nowhere. Not a lot of people have explored out here. Okay. Let's do a ping. 13 bodies in the system. We're going to get a little distance from the main star so that it's not in our field of view when we are looking around trying to identify everything. So we're going to tune to what is out here. We're going to find all the rocks floating around out there. And if there's anything interesting, we will go visit it. Just going to quickly move through it. Looks like there's a lot of icy bodies. This might be a high metal content world. They tend to be worth a little bit more money to scan and map. There's one more of those? Nope, these are icy. You see at the bottom there, I have to tune to the frequency of the particular planet to ID it and put it on the map. This one's another high metal content world. So far, nothing particularly interesting standing out. We had geological signals on one. Oh, we got biological signals on one of them. So we're going to land on one of these planets on A9. Planet A9 has biological signals. So we're going to super cruise overcharge our way out there. This would take, honestly, a while to get out there before we had super cruise overcharge drives. But now we just zip right out there and may even overshoot it. Yeah. That's okay. We'll just circle around. It's fine. We'll be arriving there shortly. So it looks like I've got one biological signal. I have another display with all the scanned information over here. You can actually see it if you want. So that's what I'm seeing. Biological signals are interesting. They're worth a lot of money. Okay. So we actually want to be on the other side of this planet. We want to be in the daylight side. It makes searching for things much easier. Looks like it's pretty dark anyway, though. Is this? Oh, this is the daylight side. Okay. So it is just far out and it's not getting a lot of light. We are going to map it with probes. And these will show us where on the surface the life we are looking for is. And what kind it is, what category. It's probably bacterium. Since there's only one signal and this is an icy body, that tends to be the pattern. So bacterium. The magenta is what we are looking for. Let's see. Maybe this isn't the night side. It's getting more light from that other star. No, it's just kind of shiny. All right. So we're aiming for the magenta. The blue is kind of a good place to look for the signal that we're tuned to, and the magenta is a really good place. It's going to be dark. It's bacterium. So we're not going to spend too much time stressing over it if we can't find it. But hopefully it'll be smooth. Let's go straight down, killer altitude. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . We're gonna leave orbital cruise soon. We are in the atmosphere. We want to keep our angle shallow enough that we're not going to bounce off the atmosphere with the force of our ship. We are currently traveling about 22 kilometers a second. Air hits pretty hard at 22 kilometers a second, although we are slowing rapidly. And we should reach drop altitude soon, and we'll glide into the surface. You can hear it. Alright, so it is pretty dark down here. We are not getting a lot of light from this planet's star. I'm going to turn on my headlights. We'll be looking for... Okay, I don't want to smack off the ground and die. Okay. So... You're looking for little patches. That's what bacteria looks like. That's it right there. See that little gray-green patch? That is what we are looking for. So we're going to deploy our landing gear, and we're going to go sample it. We're actually going to go out on foot.
Landing gear deployed.
Just need to find a flat spot. Here we go. We're gonna step out, and no one has ever stepped on this planet before. It's pretty cool. It'll tell us that. It's pretty cold. So that's it. That's bacteria. And how cold is it? So we've got 0.5 G basically. It's 39 Kelvin, so only 39 degrees above absolute zero. It is really cold. Think like 274 Kelvin is 0 Celsius. Okay, so we need to get 2 more samples.
Warning. Dangerously low.
Yeah, it's telling me it's real cold out. So we are looking for that. Remember what that looks like. It doesn't look like this. It looks like that. We are just looking for another little grayish green patch. If we don't find one easily, we have an on-foot tool we can use. We have to be pretty close by something to use it. Just kind of looking. See some rocks. Some white patches. We're looking for kind of grayish green patches. Nothing, nothing. Nothing, nothing. So, in a second, we might just set it down, and we'll use our little pulse scanner and see if we can find something. So the sample tool has a little pulse function we can use, and it'll make what we're looking for glow. Just looking for a green glow somewhere. Doesn't look like there is anything. Nope. I'm gonna have to get back in the ship and find another spot. Nothing. Get back in. And hop to another spot. We will keep our eyes peeled in the meantime. If you can spot something, it's better than having to guess. Bacteria grows just on flat patches. If we see something rocky like this over here, not gonna have bacteria growing on it. Anything. That's fine. We'll set it down and take a look with the pulse scanner. What do we see? Anything? Oh, see it over there? So we didn't spot this with the naked eye, but the pulse scanner did it for us. I'm not even sure if it's called the pulse scanner, but that's what I'm calling it. It actually makes a little ping if you're close enough. I wish it would make the ping anywhere it's spotting it, but you have to be pretty close to hear the ping. We only need one more sample. In we get. Liftoff. Alright. Do we see any grayish green patches? I don't know about you folks, but I do not. We're just going to set it down again and use the scanner. Wish the ship came equipped with one of these. Would make things a lot easier. Then I can see from here. Let's get a little higher. Luck. No, we're gonna have to find another spot. Oh, there's some. Once we get this sample, we are done on this little planet. Guess I have a light on my helmet too. I can turn on. Cool. Back in the ship. Very cold here. Let's get somewhere warm. Okay, back up inside. And next system too. There is nothing else worth having a look at here. So we're just going to look at the nearest star systems. There's one that's bookmarked. That's one I marked for exploration. That's where we will go. Turn off our lights. High enough it looks like. We're not going to be able to jump to it directly. So we would have to go through the planet to get to it. Sometimes you're lucky and it's in the sky somewhere. We're going to have to get past the planet. There we go. Now we can line up with it. And move on to our next system. It's a K-class star. As if I'm remembering right, there'll be a better chance that it has more valuable planets than M-class stars are kind of the most common. They're kind of old and cold stars. K-class are a little younger, a little brighter. Don't need to refuel yet.
System scan.
So there's only 3 things here. What do we got? 3 stars, or is there something else? Let's have a look. Just 3 stars. Okay. Well, that's an easy system to finish. Moving on to another one.
Drive charging.
This is a G-class star. Which I believe is even brighter than a K-class.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I love the windows in this thing. Very good visibility. All right, what have we got here?
System scan complete.
Oh, another empty star system. 2 stars and nothing else? Yeah. Moving on. We're gonna check them all off our list real quickly.
Frameshift drive charging.
Another G-class star.
Four, three, two, one.
I've got messages. Should read my messages. I think I missed the Halloween event because I'm not near civilization. What have you got for me? 30. Okay. This system's making up for it. Alright, let's look at our messages first. So we get assignments from the power we are pledged to. That's politics stuff we don't care about. We get our weekly bill for running our fleet carrier. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just a scavenger hunt that they did this year. We are way too far away from anything to participate in that. Okay, we got all sorts of stuff in this system. Just have a look. What is this? This will be a gas giant of some kind. Got rings. We're always going to scan the rings in case there's tritium in them. We're always looking for tritium when we're out here. That's what fuels the drives of our fleet carrier. This here. Icy body with rings. Very pretty. Water world. That's worth mapping. Be worth about 2 million credits to map that. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Something else there. Not water worlds. Gas giants kind of sound like whales. They all have kind of a distinctive noise. Rings. Lots of stuff to map. Biological signals on that guy. Biological signals on that guy. Biological signals on that guy. This is going to be a system that's going to make us a ton of money. Geological signals. Geological features are not worth much money. The biological ones sure are. Going to be spending quite a bit of time here, but making quite a bit of money. More rings. Who are your friends? Something else out here. Is that another gas giant? Yep. Everyone's got rings. Not seeing anything exciting here. Still have one more to find.
System scan complete.
Okay, so I'm just looking at my little survey here. Going to I decide signals I want to see. Okay, okay. Looking at my surveying info over here, deciding where to go first. Okay. So it's like 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So 5 and 6 are worth mapping, but we don't need to do anything further. So we'll do those first. 5 is a high metal content world. It's pretty close. Try not to get caught by 3's gravity there, which will slow us down. Yeah, we got caught. Okay. We don't need to do anything except map this one. We're not going to land on it. But it must be terraformable because it's worth a bit of money. Just about close enough. Okay. Now once we slow down, we can launch some probes. Pew. Pew. Mapped. We don't even need to stick around. 5 and 6 is a water world. Is also worth scanning and mapping.
Survey scan complete.
See, I know what I'm doing. Fire those probes and let them do their thing. So from here we'll go to planet 7, which has some rings, and then planet 8, which also has rings, but it also has a bunch of planets with biological signals detected on them. Moons, I should say. They're technically moons. Oh, look at this little water world we're coming up on. Okay. Map this guy. Good. On to number 7. see its rings already. Warning me that I'm going to hit it if I keep going. I won't. I'll slow down. Might be 2 sets of rings. Can't tell. That inner ring is distinctive. I have to launch a separate probe for it. Let's just do the first one. We'll know as soon as it starts going. Oh no, just 1 set of rings.
Surface scan complete.
Okay, we got all sorts of mineral hotspots. Now we will map the planet because, hey, why not? We are here. The big planet. It's going to need a lot of probes. Might need to visit the other side of it just to make things easier. We need to map 90% of the surface
50%.
for it to be considered mapped. You can see what our probes have done. On smaller planets, you don't need too many, 3 or 4. Sometimes only 2. This guy, he's at 73. Okay. Probably a couple more will do it. Let's see what they do. Well, in the meantime, we'll see what kind of minerals we discovered. Any tritium. No tritium. So completely useless out here. Looks like we're gonna need 1 more. All these minerals are fine and good when you are near civilization, where there are stations you can actually sell your cargo at. Out here, it doesn't matter if you find, you know, a star made of diamonds, because it's not worth it to make the trip back and forth from where you can get it to where you can sell it. So tritium is the only thing worth looking for because your fleet carriers use it. All right. On to body 8. Because it also has rings, and it also has life on its many moons. We'll do 8 first, and then we'll get to its moons. Happy little family over there. So if you've never seen this before, you're probably noticing that exploration in Elite is very relaxing. You can kind of shut your brain off and do it. But it makes you oodles of money. If you like the process, it is a good way to play the game. In a make your own fun kind of game, it's a good way to do it. I quite like it. And when you turn in your data, your name gets put on all these planets. Which is cool. Other people who visit get to see.
Surface scan
Okay.
complete.
Don't think we had any mineral hotspots in these rings. That's fine though. Zip around to the other side. Just don't want to accidentally hit the rings. We'll be pulled out of Super Cruise because of how many rocks are there. We won't actually hit anything, but it will be annoying. Okay. 69% scanned. Har har har. Let's see if this does the trick. Almost. Come on. Jeez. Couldn't quite get it. 2%. Alright. That'll do it. So let's see here. So, C, D, and E all have biological signals on them. C is the closest one.
Surface scan complete.
Let's go see what it's got for us. Looks pretty bland from here. Beige world. Okay. It'll only need one probe to scan because it is small.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Okay, so we have bacterium, we have tubus, we have tussock, and the heat map doesn't change for any of them, which means they should all be found right next to each other. So we can just set her down anywhere in the magenta.
Orbital flight engaged.
Here we come. What shall we see? What shall we see? Okay. Once we get close enough to the surface, we should start seeing something down there. Maybe. Oh, so there's some bacteria there. Right.
Lighting gear deployed.
Scan of that. Oh, and there's some tussock probably over here. Little plants, yep. Alright, we're just gonna set it down. And we'll do the bacteria first, why not? It was over here, there it is. A big pile of goo. You need 2 more samples of it. We're just gonna get up and go. Some planet looks like it's not going to fight us too hard. This is probably far enough. We can grab a sample of these guys. A little closer. There we go. Okay. Sample it. Pose with our find. There we go. Yeah, stand next to the bacteria. Yes, yes. Very good, very good. It is bacteria. One more sample and we are good. Oops, sorry, plants. Landed on a bunch of plants. Go a little bit farther. There's some more. I'm gonna find someone right next to some tussock. That's perfect. So we'll be able to scan both of them without having to jump again to another spot. So grab the bacteria and complete our 3 samples. The collection. Once this sample is finished processing, good, we can grab the tussock. Okay, and I wonder... Okay. The green guys are actually far enough away from our last sample to have enough genetic diversity that they are worth sampling. So you can see these blue ones. They're too close to our other sample, so they won't have the genetic diversity to make it, good data. That's how the game forces you to actually go a little ways. You can't just sample 3 plants right next to each other. Gotta travel just a little bit. I'm gonna grab this guy here. And each type of life, each category, has a different distance you need to travel. Bacteria, you tend to need to travel quite a bit. Okay. So loop around, I'll finish all 3 samples without getting back in the ship. And then we need to find the tubus. Got the tussock and the bacteria. But where are our tubus? Our 2B? Say. So these guys are too close. But these guys will do. You, sir, are my 3rd sample. But you'll notice in the lower left there, we are depleting our suit's energy reserves. You don't want to run out of that. We have spare batteries that we carry, but still. I would have to remember the button to push to actually use those. Might be 6. I forget. Easier to just go back to the ship, where we will get our suit recharged. Boring planet, though, eh? Like the prairies. Okay, and tubus are tubes. They look like bamboo a lot of the time. So we should notice them when they start showing up. We're just gonna fly a bit. Gonna retract the landing gear so I can fly a little faster. We're just gonna skim the surface here until we see something that looks like tubes. There's a crater there. There's some in the crater. Shout in the chat if you see tubes. And lots of bacteria. little bit lower. We are 150 meters up. Okay, okay. 40 meters up is... Oh, there's tubes. Ta-da! Deploy our landing gear again. Scan these guys with the composition scanner.
Landing gear deployed.
Tubus cavus. Like I said, looks kind of like bamboo. Like, really sick bamboo that you're not sure what you're doing wrong. Did you give it too much fertilizer? Did you overwater it? Did you underwater it? Something's not quite right. These guys have cool little feather leaves. Kind of look like feathers. They're neat, right? They kind of wiggle. So, are those guys too close? They're too close. Looks like we're gonna have to hop to get some more. 2 more hops. It looks like we are in the land of the tubes. Tube Town. So these guys were too close. But I bet this stand over here will do the trick. So after this, we'll need 1 more sample, and then we are done on this moon. Yeah, and we'll have to do another hop. Not a big deal. A little bit farther. Come on. These guys. Sampling these guys. Unsuitable terrain. Okay. There we go. Usually that means there's a rock in the way of your landing gear. Yeah, that's probably the rock. Your feet have to have solid footing. Alright, that's the last of those. So, 8D and 8E also have biological signals. Which is closer right now? 8D.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift
Up we
drive
go.
charging.
It's cool that you can see the planet we're orbiting. We are like right on the edge
3,
of the rings.
1. Engage.
The same plane, so they look not super spectacular. They're just a thin little line because we're looking at them edge on. So this guy is a little past this. We're just gonna do a little tap of our super cruise overcharge. That's all we needed to get past. Very easy to overshoot with that boost. Hey, Amazon Warrior, how are you doing? We are visiting a moon that has life detected on it. I think it's going to be bacteria. We will continue to wear our helmets. Moon bacteria, exactly. The good kind. There might be other things too. We found tubes on the last moon. It looked like sickly bamboo. Sometimes, if you find life on a bunch of moons around the same planet, it'll be the same kinds of life. So we might find the same 3 things on this one. We don't know. Yeah, maybe that's what the bacteria is up to on the moon. Working on making that cheese. Okay, so we have bacterium, tubus, and tussock. Okay. Same 3 things from the other moon. I bet you they're going to be exactly the same. And the reason you see that is because the moons around a big gas giant are often composed of, the same kind of materials. They're the same distance from the star. And you're coming in a little quickly. Let's slow that down. Their climate is likely to be similar. So if they have the same composition and the same sort of, amount of radiation they're receiving from the star, they're going to have similar life on them. That's fine. You make just as much money for finding the same thing on another planet. But variety can be nice. I'm going to sit down between these 2 craters. Coming in. 12 kilometers up. 6. Okay, okay. We're gonna not crack ourselves like an egg on the ground. Alright, so this place looks different than the other one. There's bacteria right there. Another patch there. That's a bigger patch. I like that one better. We'll have a look at that. I think it's basically the exact same thing. I see tubes. Don't see tussock yet. Your little bushes, but you'll see. We're gonna set down. I'm gonna take a sample of it, and then I'm going to sell its DNA to someone who will pay me a lot of money for it. That's what I do with the life I find. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I'm just gonna sell it to someone. So I've got my sample gun here. I will take a sample of the bacteria, which is kind of pretty. And I need to get 2 more samples of that same bacteria. But they can't be too close, because there won't be enough genetic diversity. Have to pick another spot. There's the tubus. We'll get samples of that once we finish with the bacteria. And there's the tussock there. So those are like little plant guys, little flowers. But for now, we have to get 2 more samples of bacteria before we move on to another type. There's some bacteria there. I just need to find a clear spot to land. And we'll hop out and scrape some off the dirt. Or vacuum it up. I'm unclear what this tool actually does. It seems to have a canister we're putting it in. I think we're vacuuming. Okay. So we need 1 more Bacterium orasis sample. We'll try and find one that's next to something else, so we don't have to get back in our ship to do the next sample. So we're looking for a patch of bacteria near tussock, like that. Just like this. That's perfect. Whoops. That was a bit of a hard landing. You hear that crunch? That's why I always equip my exploration ship with shields. Okay, so I'm going to get the last bacteria sample. Fill that canister. And I'll go, yeah, cool. We have analyzed its DNA. Now I can take a sample of this tussock. Now tussock has more genetic diversity quicker than bacteria does. So I can use this to look for some tussock that turns green when I scan it. I don't see any that's green, so we are going to have to pick up our spaceship and go somewhere else. So blue means we've already got a sample. See how it says there's insufficient genetic diversity? We have to find another patch of tussock. It's a little bit different. That shouldn't be too hard. I see tubes. Where are my little flowers? There's some. Slow down. What stops the plants from going War of the Worlds? I don't know. They haven't yet. Not the plants, at least. There are hostile aliens called Thargoids in this game, but they don't live anywhere around where I am now. So see that green over there? That is a tussock sample that is far enough away that I can use it. The magenta means that's a good sample that I don't have yet, but it's the wrong species. I've got 2 samples of tussock in my little cylinder right now, and if I were to go scan those tubes, it would get rid of them. So I'm going to scan the tussock first, and then I'm going to scan the tubes. Or sample, I should say. There, so we got our last sample of the little flowers. We'll go over and get some of these tubes. Which, like I said, I think it looks kind of like sickly bamboo, this stuff. Go get a sample. Exactly. Space science. And no Borg yet. So that's something. Well, I'm pretty far out in the black, but I will accept your offer at some point, Disney Gamer. If you want to come out and visit me out here, I'm way out in the Norma Expanse. I've got my fleet carrier parked out here. Hang on. Let me show you. I'll bring up the map. All right. So this is the galaxy map. I'm going to turn off all the carriers now, so you can sort of see what's going on. So this is the galaxy. It's just like our galaxy has as many stars as our galaxy has stars, supposedly. You know, it's procedurally generated. And the heat mapping is showing how much of it is explored. So this big starburst here, this is what we call the bubble. This is inhabited space. This bubble right here is the second bubble. That's what we call Colonia. Basically, a space station got accidentally warped out there, and we went out and supplied it, and now there are some settled regions there. So you can see the path to it is pretty explored. And here, that's Sagittarius A star. So that's the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. It's quite explored because that is a very popular destination for people. And you can see people do all sorts of art by playing with the exploration density. I really like, we've got the ladies yelling at a cat meme. So over here, they've explored a bunch, and then they went tens of thousands of light years away to go do the cat over here. We got an Among Us guy. It's pretty fun. Regardless, I'm out in the Norma Expanse. I'm going to mark all the fleet carriers on the map now. So these are kind of like portable space stations that players own. And you can dock on them, you can restock, you can refuel, you can repair, you can turn in your exploration data is a big thing. But I am parked. Where am I? Where am I? Oh, this is me here. So I'm here. Very far away from Earth. But Disney Gamer, if you want to pull up with a crew out at the Venerable Jorge, that is my fleet carrier. It is in the system OnGarm LMD D1274. We'll have a party out here. It'll be a fun time. It is quite the trip, however. I think it was about 80 jumps with the fleet carrier, and the fleet carrier can jump about 500 light years at a time. It's far out. But you can see, if I zoom in, I've just got a little tiny bubble of space that I'm exploring around it. But pretty cool. We'll get back to the game. I'm probably running out of air in my space suit. So there we go. Back to the ship. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So we need more tube samples. Back into my ship, which is called a New Leaf, because I mostly do botany with it. I know Amazon Warrior understands the reference, but I thought it was pretty funny. So we're just gonna sit down next to some tubus over here. Carefully, carefully. Not so careful. It's good, right? It's a good name for a ship in the first place, but the added layer is nice. I love naming my spaceships in this game. It is fun to name them. Okay, so we need one more sample of tubes. Tubes, I'm looking for tubes. Don't crash into the side of the crater, please. He says as if he's not the one piloting. Alright, it's my last tube sample. Okay, we're gonna get out, and that'll be the last thing we do on this little moon. We have one more moon that has life signs on it around this planet. They might be the exact same 3 types of life. That happens sometimes. But that's okay, I get paid for all of them. That's like 15 million credits right there. Okay, so 8E. 8E, where is it? So it's like on the other side of the planet. That's fine. Just do a quick hop.
Frameshift drive charging. 4.
I am not Amazon Warrior, you're good. Okay, so where is... That's basically directly behind. Gonna have to shoot around the planet. Okay. And there's E over there. We will go map it, and then we will go land on it and sample all its wonderful forms of life. Might be the exact same three. The moons of this planet all seem to have pretty similar compositions. Since they're the same distance from the star, they're getting about the same solar radiation, they're going to have about the same surface temperature. Very similar forms of life is generally what happens there. The game definitely went with the asteroid seeding hypothesis. That stuff spreads around in the neighborhood when it's impacted and stuff gets thrown up into space and then lands elsewhere. I don't think we've confirmed that since we haven't found life anywhere else, but it is a theory. Okay, that'll only take one probe to scan. Is that what it's called? Astroculation? Bacterium, tubus, and tussock. So I bet you these are going to be the exact same things down here. But yeah, that's the theory this game went with. That they're close by, their climates are similar, you're going to have similar types of species. Oh, interesting. So this is a pretty wrinkly planet. So we're going to aim for flat spots. Bacterium and tussock and tubus need sort of flatter terrain. Hey, Obsidian Fury. You're just in time to watch us land on this moon. And it is a very crumply little moon. It's got some really interesting terrain, doesn't it? But the flat sections are where we're going to find the life we are after. They don't like growing in more rocky areas. Okay. This is cool. I really like this place. You could do some real fun canyon racing around here. All right. Let's see what we see. Anything down there? Oh, I see something. Tubes. I see tubes. All right. Player landing gear. Get a little sample of the tubes. Oh. We got tussock there too. Yeah, okay. So we're just gonna sit down where we find a clear spot. There we go. And we will step forth onto this new planet, which no one has ever set foot on before, and it will actually tell us that when we get out. It should tell us that. There we go. First footfall. Let's sample some tubes. Okay, tubes sampled. We need 2 more samples. 2 more tubes. Just need to get far enough away so that the genetic diversity makes it worth sampling. I can't just sample 2 plants right next to each other. Game doesn't like that. Says, no, you gotta work a little harder. Which is fine, because exobiology is like the best way to make money in this game. Oh, not enough genetic diversity. See, I'm right on the edge. So we can actually figure out how much distance we need from the other sample. So the other sample is 798 meters away. That means, I bet you, 800 meters is how far you need to be from your other samples to get good genetic diversity. Every life form has, every category of life has a different distance you need to travel. Some it's worth just walking and not getting back in your spaceship. Bacteria, I think, is also 800 meters, around that. But that generally means get back in the ship and find another patch. It's not worth walking 800 meters and then another 800 meters and then back to your ship. We can cover 800 meters while we're flying pretty quickly. So we want to find some that's next to Tussock so that we don't have to get back in our ship. And I saw some over there. So we're going to land here between the two. And we'll get our third Tubus sample. We'll admire it. Yes, well done. I don't know if we like incinerate the sample or not. We like extract the DNA from it or whatever, but we don't get a new canister every new life form we scan. We seem to do something to it and then use the same canister. So these are Tussock. They're little flowery guys. These we can actually probably walk and get good samples for. You can see blue with our little scanner. Again, that means we already have a sample like that, so it's not worth grabbing. Green means that's a good sample, worth grabbing right now. You see it over there. And magenta, I don't see yet, means it's a good sample, but you're in the middle of something right now. Finish up what you're doing, get your other samples, and then come back for it. So we're going to finish our Tussock. A bit farther. Okay, so what's the distance for this one? I can't see from here. The distance to the ship is covering it up. Oh well, it's less than 800 meters. Okay. Now, do we see any other... I don't. So we might have to make a hop in the ship. But that's okay because we need to find bacteria too, which is the third life form that is on this planet that we need to sample. In we get. You saw how it gave me a little unsafe temperatures warning? It was when I got into the shade of my ship. The temperature dropped. Okay, so we are looking for Tussock that's next to bacteria. Bacteria looks like a little carpet, a little rug. Not seeing any. Alright, I'm just going to grab my last Tussock sample, of which I have many to choose from. This little guy. You're the one. Ta-da! I'm gonna hop on top of my ship using my little jetpack. Green. Okay, we've got a patch of bacteria in there. Is it hard to see on this planet? Find out. Okay, yeah, that blends in pretty good. So that's what we are looking for. Need 2 more of these samples, and then we are pretty much done in this system. We've got some rings to scan, and then we'll move on. But when we sell that data, we will get a boatload of money. Yeah, see how the temperature dropped? So under the ship in the shade, it's 159 Kelvin. And in the sun, it's 171. So 171 must be just north of where it becomes dangerous. But 171 is still real cold. I think it's about 274 is 0 Celsius, if I'm remembering right. We are looking for more patches of that bacteria on the ground. If you spot it, feel free to shout in the chat before I fly past it. But they look like little carpets. Ugly little rugs. Icy tubes. Oh, there's some right there. That's actually pretty hard to see from altitude. Just gonna set down next to it. Try not to slam our ship into the ground. I forget what color it is. Let's see. The colors don't always match what they tell you it is. I don't know if the colors are more of like a code name for it, for the variety. That's emerald. Guess it's kind of emerald. The colors get really messed up depending on the atmosphere and the star. The light kind of filters through funny. This looks pretty natural though. That's basically the color my ship is supposed to be. But yeah, emerald supposedly is what color that bacteria is. Oh, let's see if we can find it again. Our eagle eyes. The ground is already kind of patchy, so it's a little tricky. That's stuff I've already sampled. Is that a giant patch of it? Yeah, that's a giant patch of it. Go big or go home. PvP. I have done PvP. So that's combat against other players in Elite Dangerous. I am very bad at it, and my ships tend to not be outfitted for PvP. They tend to be set up either... This is an exploration ship, so I literally have no weapons on this thing. I cannot fight back, I can only run in this ship. There are no guns whatsoever. So that would be a really bad situation. I have done PvP where, you know, pirates have pulled me out of Super Cruise and demanded my cargo, and I fought back and lost. I have done PvP where it's actual conflict zones where... Well, thanks for coming out, Duke. I appreciate it. I've done PvP in combat zones where you're working for, you know, political goals. But generally, I don't do a lot of PvP. We could do a little PvP at the end of the stream. There's kind of like a combat simulator we can play if there are anyone else, waiting for a match. It's called close quarters combat, and we fly little tiny fighter planes and fight each other. We can do that at the end of the stream if you like Obsidian Fury. Where I am now, though, if we look at the galaxy map, whoops, over on this panel. So I'm exploring this region of space here. And humanity is all over here. So do I have a bookmark for Sol? I don't. Shinrarta Dejra. So Earth is like about 24,000 light years away. And there's basically, outside of this little bubble here, there's no civilization. Nothing is being colonized. So I'm all the way out here. It is extremely unlikely that I'm going to run into another actual person out here. Someone actually came by earlier in the chat and offered to come out with a crew sometime. If they are willing to come out here, I would love to have them. But yeah, it's not likely to happen by chance, because the galaxy is a very, very big place, and I am not looking for trouble. But I have done PvP. I'm bad at it. I'm better at when I do combat, bounty hunting versus, NPC pilots, and fighting Thargoids. I'm getting pretty good at anti-alien combat, which is a whole other ball game. You need your ship equipped in a totally different way than fighting NPC humans or real actual humans. It's a whole other thing. So what do we have left to do in this system? So 9, 10, and 11 all have rings we want to scan. So out we go. Coming up pretty hot on these guys. There we go. Just needed to loop a little bit, kill a bit of speed. So these are like two gas giants with a bunch of moons kind of circling each other, which is neat. And I think they both have rings that we're going to scan. And if you haven't heard me mention it before, the reason we map the rings is it might have valuable minerals. Specifically, tritium is what we are looking for. Tritium is the fuel that fleet carriers use. Those are the mobile space stations that we have out here. They need a special fuel called tritium. Basically, everything else is worthless, but tritium is good. So I think this is probably going to be 2 rings. I might be wrong. I am wrong, so it's just 1 ring.
Surface scan complete.
So those orange spots are mineral hotspots. So we got void opals and alexandrite. Worthless out here. There's nowhere to sell them for like tens of thousands of light years. So it's just pointless to make that effort. So number 10, I'm not going to bother mapping the actual planet. I just want the rings. Oh, we overshot it. The Super Cruise overcharge is useful, but sometimes you can overdo it. It's very easy to overdo it. It didn't cost us too much time. So yeah, tritium's the only thing worth finding in the rings, but it's useful to map them out. All my map data gets uploaded to player run tools. That map I showed you earlier, that's all player generated data. You can't actually pull that data from the game itself directly, so players have their own database of mapping stuff. And by mapping out where there's tritium, I can help out other people who might be running out of fuel. So yeah, we've got 3 tritium hotspots in these rings. All right, 11 is the last one. Where is 11? It's way out there. It's got some rings for me to map. So the other thing about using this Super Cruise overcharge is that it eats fuel like crazy. We're going to have to refuel at our next system. Moving a little fast, so we'll do the loop around, kill some speed. I see its rings. All right. Ready. Let's find out what it's got for us. Okay. Scan those rings. And we can map this planet. It's not going to take too many probes.
Surface scan complete.
Doesn't look like there are any hotspots here. Just going to check my ring data. Okay, we got all the rings in the system. Perfect.
Surface scanned by 50%.
84%, huh? What if... shot one more probe at you. You have to get to 90% of the surface mapped before it considers the job done. Hopefully that'll get the last 2%.
Surface scan complete.
Perfect. So we can move on to another system now. So we've got one very close by that we have bookmarked.
Frameshift drive charging.
We are off. So long to this system. You made us a lot of money. And we are going to refuel because I like to play it safe.
Fuel scooping.
Got 21 bodies in the system. That yellow line there, we don't want to go inside of that. That is what's called the exclusion zone. And if we cross into that, the mass from this star is going to be so much that it will pull us out of our super cruise, so our superliminal flight. And then we will be not moving fast, but also really close to a star. And that's a bad combination. Night, Amazon Warrior, thanks for coming out. So yeah, being close to something really hot and not moving away from it quickly is a bad combo. We don't want that. So we stay out of the exclusion zone. So we will map what we've got here. We've got asteroid clusters. We've already found a few high metal content bodies because we were close to them. 2. There's 3. Where are you at? 3? There's 3. Okay. So we have some icy bodies to find. A rocky ice world. Another one. What's this? Oh, I understand. I understand, Amazon Warrior. Never mind. Glad you're still with us. The old gas giant. He's got some little friends. I'll draw them on the map. See if any are worth visiting. Okay. This guy's on his own. Another gas giant. That guy's got rings, so we will visit him. It's got some moons. That one had biological signals on it, so we will visit it.
System scan complete.
Okay. So, Planet 9. Let's go see. So Planet 9 has rings. We're going to map the rings. And Planet 9, its moon 9b, has 2 biological signals on it. So we will go down there and see what they are. Alright. Not quite close enough. Okay, that's close enough. Scan these rings.
Surface scan
Okay.
complete.
This has 2 sets of rings. Just want the edge there to get that inner ring. Let's see. Did we get it? There we go.
Surface
Ta-da.
scan complete.
Okay. And 9B has life on it. Let's go have a look. Want to get around to the daylight side. Much easier to find what you're looking for in the light. The coming in for a landing part. It's pretty neat. So this will only need 1 probe. Map it out.
Surface scanned by
Alright, we have
50%.
bacterium,
Surface scan complete.
Baticulua. And they are in the same places, so we're just going to aim at some of the magenta. There we go. And for a better view this time, to get us aimed, I'll turn off my analysis mode, which will remove the heat map. There we go. It's a better view coming down. It's what the planet actually looks like. It's kind of neat. Wonder what caused those marks. It's like it's cracked. Here we come. See the quality of the light changes as you get into the atmosphere. All right. So we are looking for bacteria and fonticulua. Bacteria, you've seen, it looks like little rugs. But these little guys, the little mushroom things, are fonticulua. So we'll park it. And we'll go have a close look at them.
Landing gear deployed.
I need to find a clear spot. Here we go. Not hard to find. So what's it look like out here? It's cold. Okay, we're the first people to ever step here. Temperatures are cold to the point of being dangerous. 0.05 G gravity, temperature's only 71 Kelvin. That's pretty cold. I've seen colder, but that's pretty cold. Yeah, these guys are fonticulua. I think they kind of look like mushrooms, like fungus. But they're kind of neat. Is everything we see too close, or can we actually walk over to some? All blue. Yeah, looks like it's best to just take another hop in the spaceship. Gravity is very low here. Oh, and there's some bacteria there. Park it right here. Take a sample. Like the vapors. Did I do that? Is it because my ship is hot? Huh. That's cool though. Whoops. I don't want to look at my inventory. I want to get on the ship. Okay, so we need one more sample of that, and I'm going to try and park us close to some that are near bacteria so I don't have to get out of the ship. Or get in the ship again. There's some right there, so this is the perfect spot. Ooh. Almost crunched it. Can I sit? Can I sit? There we go.
Flight assist on.
Sometimes if you turn off your flight assist, it'll help your ship settle into the ground and land properly. Okay, last of these. It's good. Bacteria was over here, I think. There it is. We need 2 more of those. It's apparently lime colored. Again, I'm not sure if it's actually the color it is or if that's just kind of a code name for it. Two more patches of bacteria. We're looking. There's one. And now we only need one. Alright, I am flying with my left hand because my cat is demanding pets. So, bear with me. If she came over to the other side, it would be easier. Oh, there was some bacteria, I think. Yep. Perfect landing. Yes, don't worry about it. She's not worried. Okay, she's coming around the other side. Excellent. All right, we are done with this system. Yes, I did. It's in the fridge. Don't worry. Okay, next system. Actually, Obsidian Fury asked for some player versus player. He suggested he might be interested in that. We're going to see if we can get a match of some actual PvP here. So this won't be part of the game proper. This is kind of just like an arcadey deathmatch kind of deal. But game will actually load. I don't know why it's stuck here. But I think go to the arena here. We'll see if we can find an actual match. All right. What do we got here? Okay. Been a long time since I've done this, so okay. I have a burst laser. All right. Let's see if anyone else is looking to play. There might not be anyone interested in a match right now. This is not a very popular game mode, which is a shame because it's actually really fun. Searching for a match. Just trying to find some people to play with me. Maybe. Well, in the meantime, let's get on here. If you didn't know, I'm raising money for the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children. Please check out my donation page. I'm going to be streaming for a whole 24 hours next weekend, you can see. It will be a very fun time. I'm going to be raising money, playing games, being awake for an entire 24 hours. Please join me. Please donate. 100% of your donation goes to the Hospital for Sick Children. It's tax deductible. Great cause. They do great work. Sick Kids actually had its 150th anniversary this year. They've done a lot of great things for a lot of kids. It's awesome. This will be my 9th year doing Extra Life, my 9th 24-hour marathon, which is crazy. It's a fun time. Check out my fundraising page. There are some incentives. You can pick a game for me to play. It has to be from the year 2000 or before. But pick a game. I will play it for about half an hour on my marathon or more if I'm having a lot of fun. You can pick Game Boy. You can pick NES. You can pick Super NES. You can pick Nintendo 64. PC. I have lots of systems. I can find the games. I will play them on the marathon. It's a good incentive. If you're located in Toronto or want to travel here, I will give you a fencing lesson if you pick the right incentive on my fundraising page. I teach 17th century Italian fencing. If you want to learn how people fought with swords in the 17th century, I can teach you. It's a fun time. You'll get a crash course. You'll get to hit me. Oh, and someone is ready to fight me. I'll continue the spiel after, but suffice to say, it's a good time. Oh god, this guy's ranked 35 and I'm only ranked 10. Bubble Spurt Star Jar. Okay. Let's see how badly I get my butt kicked. I'm doing this for the kids. Let's see. Let's see.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
All right. Where is he? Where is he? I don't see him on my radar. Oh, there he is. I see him. He doesn't see me, though. He doesn't see me. Oh, maybe he does. Okay.
Flight assist off. Flight assist off. Under attack. Shields offline. Connectivity critical.
Oh, he's got me. Yep. Bang. I see you, buddy. I see you. There he is.
Shields offline.
Whoops. Oh man, this is not going well for us. It's cool. We're fine. We'll switch our loadout in a bit.
Speed surge.
Stealth mode. That sounds like something I might want. I'll take it.
Stealth mode.
Where's he at? Gotta find him before it runs out. Oh, there he is. Oh no! I should have been watching for the rocks. Oops. Where'd he go, though? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? It's fine. I will say this is more fun when there's like 8 people in here and not just one guy who's very good. There he is. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, so this is how it goes when I play against other people. I do want to change my loadout, actually. That. Shield boost, I'll take that. That's useful. I could use that.
Shield boost.
Cool. There he is. Where'd he go?
Weapon enhance.
My god. Yeah. He's gonna get me.
Shields offline.
Change loadout. Change loadout. Yes. I not change the loadout? Yeah, fine. Where are we at? Oh, hang on. I'm gonna ban this person. Okay, I hear him. There he is. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Shields offline.
All right, so we're just gonna quit this. This is not going anywhere. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Did see you. Where is he now? What's this?
Shield boost.
Oh my god, I can't even see where he is. Alright. We're at the end of our stream anyway. I'm gonna rage quit. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Obsidian Fury, that is how it goes when I do PvP in this game. I am not very good at it. So yeah, thank you. This was my last stream before Extra Life. Come out next weekend, Saturday, November 8th, from 12:30 p.m. to November 9th, 12:30 p.m. I'm going to be gaming, going to be raising lots of money. I'm playing Commander Keen. It's going to be a fun time. Commander Keen's a fun game. I'm much better at it than at what you just witnessed. It will be awesome. There are incentives. Donate money. It's a good cause. I am not even close to my goal. Look at that. I need help. Help me. Spend some money. Do some good. It'll be awesome. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I am going to log off, but please visit me next weekend, Saturday through Sunday. It'll be an awesome time, and I love the company and the support. Thanks again, and see you then.